Hello, my fellow countrymen. I'm in the office. I'm just finalizing on this bill that I want to table in Parliament. Come next year, February, when we come from the recess, because Parliament is about to go on recess. Were it that we were in session, I would have tabled it now.
Anaitwa the Heavy J MP Lang'ata constituency na anasema akona proposal. He has a proposed bill and we commend him for that. That's an indicator that he is thinking of a way he can better the life of Kenyans who voted for him and the entire Kenya population on how he can better their lives. So acha tusikie bill ni ya nini.
It is called the Motor Insurance Bill 2024.
He has said it's about the motor insurance industry and the things that he is going to say, there are things that even us we would need to see a change in the motor industry. But now that in the video he has placed a caption of what's your take, I believe that means that he is open for some views about the proposals that he is giving. I agree that the ideas that are in the proposed bill, there are things that every Kenyans would want to see. But I want to hear even from the insurance industry experts. I feel like the bill is made up of points that go contrary to the principles of insurance, because we already have some set principles under which the insurance business is conducted. And I think I feel like majority of the points that he is about to raise, these are points that will go against the principles of insurance, and that is why we will be able to resonate with them. So I want to ask the expert in the industry, is it possible to create a bill on motor insurance while going against the insurance principles?
Now, in this bill, I just need to give you a snippet, and I want you to listen to a few proposals that I want to have. Number one is to make sure that motor insurance is not compulsory. Why am I saying that motor insurance should not be compulsory? It is only then when insurance companies will start taking motor vehicle insurance as a serious policy.
Mheshimiwa has started with a very good point of saying that he would propose that the motor insurance is made not to be compulsory in Kenya. And if you are not aware, for you to drive a car in the Kenyan roads, you need to have at least a third-party insurance. And that is what Mheshimiwa is proposing, that should be scrapped off. Like, I buy my car and just get to drive. But can we get to that, to such a point? Because if you check at the policy that we are using, which I think was last edited in 1989 and first published in 1946, some editions made, and the current act that we are using was last edited in 1989, that dictates that every car being driven on the Kenyan roads need to have a third-party insurance. If you check what is a third-party insurance, it is clear that the policy is not about the owner of the vehicle and the vehicle, but focusing on the third party. So scrapping even the third-party policy that is in act right now, it would mean that you have given people the permission to cause damage to cause damage on other people, to cause injuries on other people, and get away with it. So the third-party insurance policy is not about you as the owner of the vehicle or the damage that may be caused on your vehicle, but it is all about the legal liability and the body injuries that you may cause to other people. So even if you don't care about yourself, that policy caters for other people. So I don't see an agreement that can be made of making even that party not a compulsory thing for you to drive a car on the Kenyan roads.
As we speak in today, if you walk into any insurance company, we have 1,001 people lining up and waiting to be paid their claims after having an accident on a vehicle that they had insured.
From his point, Mheshimiwa is very right, 100%. But we can never get to a point where you get an accident, you just call your insurance company, and they deposit the money in your account. Every insurance company has a claim process that they will have to follow. They will have to do some checks before deciding to pay the claim. They will need to check is whatever that caused the accident part of what that they had covered. Is the claim genuine? Is the claim inflated? Is it a fraud? So they will always have to do a check. So there is no way that you can get an accident and get paid immediately. Insurance company will always have to do some checks.
But we have these people called the claims officers who are employed by insurance companies to make sure that you are actually not paid. And even if you are paid, they have this other thing that they call excess. They'll always look for a way to make sure that you don't get everything that you signed when you are getting insured.
Mheshimiwa has just mentioned about something we call excess when it comes to insurance. But do we Kenyans take time to read our insurance policies? Because now that you had an insurance policy and you signed for that excess, of course it was included in your policy. It's just that you did not take time to read. So the insurance company will always have the right to ensure that you pay for that excess. When we talk about excess, we are talking about a certain amount of money in every claim that you will be the one to cater for. And some things like excess and another thing we call average are set to support the principle of indemnity, which we'll get to hear about shortly.
Number two, Kenyans do not get or take insurance because they actually want their vehicles insured. They take insurance to make sure that they know they are not arrested by the police. That is why you see most of the cars out here are on third-party insurance.
And it's true. Kenyans do not take insurance because they want. It's just to comply with the Motor Insurance Act that dictates that they should have a third party. But even that third party, it is not made compulsory for their sake, but for the sake of the third parties that they may cause death or injury on.
When we talk about third-party insurance, third party is just a sticker that cannot help you if you had an accident. They will not pay anything from a third party, and that is what 90% of Kenyans run with around here. And with that alone tells you one thing, that people do not actually care about motor vehicle insurance because insurance companies do not actually pay.
But you cannot say that insurance company do not really pay, and you know very well you are running on a third party. And even from the word itself, a third party, it's not about yourself, it's other people that you may cause harm on. So once you are involved in an accident and you had a third party insurance, definitely we don't expect insurance to pay you for anything because you had not insured yourself, you had not insured the car.
We want to compel insurance companies to make sure that they start paying claims, that before you get your sticker, your comprehensive sticker, they must come to an agreement with you that in case of an accident, they'll actually pay.
I don't think it is possible to compel insurance company to pay for all claims. We go to a principle that we call the principle of proximate cause. Insurance companies pay for losses that are caused by specific perils. So once an accident has occurred, the insurance company will have to go back to their records and see whether whatever that has caused this particular accident was included in your insurance cover. And if it was not, the insurance can never pay you. So there is no there's no law that can compel insurance company to pay for all their claims, because that would mean that insurance company should pay for even those uninsured perils, which can never happen. So under the principle of proximate cause, uh, insurance company will pay for those losses that were caused by insurance perils, not for every other claims that comes their way.
We want to make motor insurance be an assurance. An assurance means it will be paid by force.
I don't think it is possible to make a motor insurance an assurance. When it comes to insurance, the term assurance is used when we are referring to life, and the reason as to why it is called life assurance, because the subject matter of insurance, which is death, it is bound to happen. Regardless of when it takes place, we are sure that the subject matter of insurance, which is death, will happen. But in the case of motor insurance, the subject matter of insurance is not bound to happen. So a motor insurance policy cannot be an assurance, because even whatever that we are insuring against is not bound to happen. So it cannot be an assurance.
Another proposal, I told you I'm just giving you snippets of what we have in this bill, is that if you have a comprehensive insurance and you don't get an accident, or you don't get any claim, or you don't claim for anything throughout the year, the insurance company must be compelled to return for you a percentage, up to 50% of the total premium that you paid. People pay up to 400, 500,000, 800,000. And where does this money go? Insurance companies go and invest it.
Mheshimiwa is saying things that sound so good on the ears of the insured people. But come to think of it, there's what we call the principle of indemnity. And a motor insurance is a principle of is a policy of indemnity. And what it means is that the principle of indemnity states the purpose of an insurance, which is to place you back to the financial position that you are before the occurrence of a loss. And it ensures that the financial compensation that you get, it is equal to the financial loss that you faced due to occurrence of an accident. So for motor insurance, which is a policy of indemnity, you can't be paid when the insured peril has not happened. So you have insured against accident. The insurance company cannot return money to you as far as you have not had an accident. The insurance policy, the motor insurance policy, being a policy of indemnity, it is in any way not to improve your life. It is not in any way to make you profits. It is just there to put you back to the financial position that you are before you get an accident. So if you don't get an accident, you won't be paid. The other thing that can be used to oppose this proposal that Mheshimiwa is having, which is so good, insurance operate at a rule that we call the law of large numbers, which means that you are a large number of people, but the entire group cannot experience accident the same day. So what do? We contribute money, and we use this money to pay those who get to experience accident. So it is assumed that the monies that you contribute, or the holders of insurance of that company, the large number of people, the money that you contribute is used to pay claims that occur amongst the people who have contributed that money. So the assumption is that no money is left after you contribute. So it is money that you contribute as many people is used to pay the claims for those people who get accident amongst the contributors. So the insurance company assumes that the money that was contributed was used to pay claims, si ati kuna pahali imewekwa.
This policy, this bill will now make insurance companies be very competitive, because they will start paying, they'll start advertising even and saying that if you insure with us, we are sure we will pay you. These claims officers who make you and take you round and round, kazi yao itaisha, kwa sababu people now will start getting paid through by insurance. Another thing that makes insurance very, very sad, this car insurance, we even have briefcase insurance companies that all they do is just give third-party policies. That is the only thing that they do, meaning they don't pay any claim anywhere. We even have insurance companies that tell you, we can give you a sticker for a day. This sticker for a day is not that you are insured. It is just because you don't, so that you don't get arrested. Now, we want to make sure that when you have a sticker in your car, you know very well that you will be paid. As you speak, almost 10 or 15 insurance companies have cases of not paying claims. Why would we then have a sticker knowing very well that we won't be paid?
So this is now the point that maybe can be a main point in the proposal, ensuring that there is no this briefcase insurance company as the heavy J terms them, because the insurance regulatory authority, which is the authority that is in charge of the insurance business in Kenya, should control the people who get into the insurance business, to ensure that that these companies that just offer stickers just for the sake are not in the business. So this is such a point that can be pushed in the bill, to ensure that the insurance companies that we get in the industry are credible insurance company. The other point that can be a very good point in the bill, and I don't really know how it can be enhanced, is to ensure that all insured people get to understand what they sign up for. Can we have proper insurance education before getting to sign for the policies? Because all these things that you get to experience with the insurance company, I'm sure they can defend themselves with the policy document that you signed. So how can we enhance insurance education among Kenyans?